Scenario Rebellion. Capture Strongbow within a week. Isabel must survive. So there's really not that much we can do then. Need to find the location and capture it. Don't have time to explore right now. And I think the opponent here is skeletons. I'm not paying too much attention though. What the hell is that? I don't like that sort of action view in this game. It's just disorienting instead because it changes the view you had. Yeah, it's not really necessary. Scatter shot. We don't really care about scatter shot though. Archers are my only real concern. Right, we need to get rid of that. That's just annoying me. Cinematic camera. Increases luck by 1. Luck should be minimum damage if it's bad, maximum damage if it's good. Oh. No. Just showed me where the nearest city is. Probably should take this, then go to the city. As long as we take the city during the first week, it's fine. We still have 4 days to go. We don't want to go anywhere else though. So I don't think we do. After we have the city, we will focus on gathering resources. But only after we have a city. It doesn't really matter what the opposition here is, we have to take the city anyway. I'm hoping we don't have to attack, so the enemy is forced to come to us. Yeah, they're pitiful. Increases weekly growth if we're in this. Yeah. This is not good. Allows the hero to teach various spells to other heroes. Not necessarily a bad thing either, but maybe war machines. Increases attack, defense, and damage of ballista. Increases catapult damage and grants it a 30% chance to hit. First aid tent receives increased healing powers. Ammo card gains the ability to increase attacks of range units in the hero army by 1. This isn't usually necessarily all that important. The thing is, it can be incredibly important in some scenarios. For example, where you have some sort of war machines early on but weak army, or you have to go to a fight against a fortified city and you lack range, power, or flying units. So you have to basically break through the city walls before you can move your melee inside. So without some sort of a catapult skill at that point, it's gonna take forever for you to get anywhere. I would still like the spell casting skill earlier than anything else, so I'm going to ignore that for now. +1 to primary stats for every 3 levels, including the levels already got, and plus 10% bonus to experience gain. So, stats basically. Assemble 100 archers. Take a look at the city. And hire creatures. Build selected building. Build structures. Switch to full view. Okay, I definitely want full view. Full view because there will be limitations on how far you can develop the city. If I just take a look at this, I have no idea. I can plan building a certain route, get super units of some type, and then notice later on that I can't actually build them in the city. So definitely full view. We need more money as quickly as possible, which requires town level 3. I think that means you have to have 3 structures in total in town. We have 1 at the moment. The village hall. What do we need for archers? What we need is stone. We need a massive amount of stone. Right. We have 0 income of stone. We'll get cheap peasants, I suppose. It doesn't really matter what we do as long as we get enough to increase our money income. I don't want to pay for this. Can I buy additional heroes? There is a tavern. Training ground. Artifacts. Harbor. Magic guild and marketplace, right. So we have the units we have, and what we need to do is secure additional wood and stone income. I'll leave them. I'm not sure if pixies are the better versions or the lesser versions of a pixie type. They will have very high mobility and no retaliation attack, so it's just a loss of units if I have to fight them, and they turn out to be the tougher versions. No point to risking it. So at least we have a little bit of income. The amount of wood isn't sufficient for our needs either. So, lumber mill. I'm pretty sure the creature production sites in the world map will continue to produce creatures after you captured them. So when the week changes, the peasant hunt will get 22 new peasants. But I think as weeks go by, they will basically stack. So anyone coming there can... I'm not sure if anyone coming there can get the full stack though, but I can certainly buy it. If a new guy takes it, they can either take the full stack or they'll take 1 week's work. I'm not sure which way it functions. But we're gonna need a much higher income to be able to afford anything. And that's it.
The archers see things my way, but they say that Ashwood rejects the rule of the king. I have to settle this with the mayor.
Capture Aswood. Where is Aswood? So we're mostly restricted by our low town upgrade level. I'm buying the farms mainly to push up the upgrade level, and because it only uses up money. I have at least a little bit of money to upgrade, but I have no real resources. The resources are the bottleneck at this point. Horde of zombies. Is that bad? I think I would like more troops for facing those. We could get more archers, more peasants, and more archers from there too. I'm certain I would win those fights. The thing is, I need to win them without taking any casualties. So a little bit of extra firepower isn't gonna hurt. Also, might not be a horrible idea to split the attacks. How do you... oh, for fuck's sakes, how do you do it? It's a gigantic waste to fire all your archers at a single weak target. We do need to get the lumber mill sooner rather than later, so I think we should go there first. We can get the archers from that tower before the week ends, I think. From the looks of it, I think we are mostly reliant on the troops we get from the world map. There's no real need to upgrade the city to that extent. However, there's no real reason not to, because if I'm wrong, we're gonna need the upgrades. And if I'm right, I just need to leave enough money so I can purchase the units from the world map. See if we can lure him a little bit away from here. I don't think that's possible. We need to upgrade the city to upgrade the hero. We can get her some spells she'll take to the next mission. That's a good reason to upgrade the city. should be no risk from this type of fighting. Basic defense. Decreases damage dealt to your creatures in melee combat by 10%. Also gain vitality, evasion, protection. Protection is probably anti-magic skill. Evasion looks like it's helps against range attacks. Vitality is probably just adds a few hit points to your troops. So that would be great for keeping units like peasants relevant. I really wish we would get a magic skill though. But that's not a bad one. If you have to do a lot of equal army fighting, yeah, I only have one skill left empty anymore. And the other, only one guy has defense. He's gonna win it. We have to be very careful about new skills now. Not sure if we can get even have a chance to get a magic skill. It probably depends quite a bit of what class you play. I think we can get these troops, so peasants, 2 peasants, 2 archers. Oh shit, I skipped a building turn. Not that big of a deal, but not a good deal either. We cannot build a mage's guild. So no point saving money for something like that. This is good. Also confirms that I really don't want to produce archers in the city, or at least there's no need for it. If I go back to these sites now, I'll have enough archers to basically complete the mission. Are you going to join me? No. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna take some casualties from this. Yeah, we're gonna take a lot of casualties from this. Well, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I think we lost 3 archers. Yeah, killed 41. If I collect new troops now, I'll get enough to reach the 100. I don't think I can build anything in the city anymore. Right, it's fully developed. Never gonna get better. We probably should buy these. So we need to visit the city at least once. That'll give us definitely the troops we need to move on to the next phase, whatever that happens to be. I also still haven't seen any sign of any kind of enemy activity. So I'm leaning towards thinking that this is another sort of a tutorial thing. So it doesn't particularly matter what the hell we do here. Rather, there's no huge amount of urgency in what we do here. Okay, mission accomplished. I'm thinking of taking the basic dark magic because I don't particularly like it necessarily, but it's a guaranteed magic skill, and I need a guaranteed magic skill. I might not get another opportunity if I keep waiting, so at least with this we have it covered somewhat. Don't have any spells, but I'm sure we'll get some. I could wait for 2 days to get extra troops. 1 day actually. Yeah, it's just 1 day, I'll wait it. For 2 reasons. Usually I would not like to do this, but I still think it doesn't matter at all here. So might as well. In the same sense, if it doesn't matter, why wait? Yeah, 44 peasants joined. Peasant group is probably our highest damage dealer at this point. Not bad. Resources we can't use. This is another sort of thing that you don't often think about in most missions because it's not really relevant, but there's literally no reason for us to pick this shit up. I don't think I even have a marketplace, so I couldn't even sell it if I wanted to. I can't use it, so why pick it up? It's a time sink in critical situations where time is relevant. However, you don't know that in most maps, and in most maps it's not the case. Maybe you have another use for it. Maybe there's a trade post in the wilderness or something. So it's somewhat risky to ignore it unless you know exactly what the mission requires. Usually it's just better to go for it. I spread the units, the archers, initially because the enemy archers have a area of effect and attack ability, and I didn't want to get caught by the enemy attacks. Usually it's not a good idea to spread fire either. The thing is, you're much better off if one of these stacks die than if both of them are just weakened a little bit. Even if you have fewer kills at that point, you're still better off. Because a single stack can only do like a limited amount of things. Retaliate once. So any kind of outnumbering that enemy force is a huge benefit. And you can always use a sacrificial unit to get the reaction. 1,000 zombies will be wasted if a single footpad attacks them, leaving them open for the rest of your army to do their business. Diplomacy is not a bad one. You can basically buy armies from the world map. I'll take advanced magic. This would be 4th level spells, I think. Although I think the reason is I need to actually store the spells in the spellbook. So you might not get all that many opportunities to get certain type of spells. It's always a little bit of random what you get. Usually I wouldn't take experience, but I honestly don't think the money matters. Expert dark magic, right, so we'll never have to take dark magic again. We'll get all dark magic spells we encounter. That's the goal. Even if we can't effectively use them now, they'll still be useful later on. We'll get the ability sooner or later. Lots of dark raiders, which are what exactly? Look like cavalry. I think they're dungeon faction cavalry. They're cavalry, they're large size units. They're actually very good. We're gonna take cavalry. Okay, not bad. Lost a couple of footmen, but that's not too big of a deal. Peasants would have been lost by a huge amount would have been killed off, and archers are the key to victory. So as long as they're there, we'll be fine. I'm protecting peasants because that's where the damage comes from. The footmen sort of stand there and take damage, but they're not that important overall. Horde of steel golems. They should be magic resistant enemies. Mechanical immunity to slow, unlimited retaliation, magic proof. What exactly is magic proof? I think it's 50% resistance. Okay, you can't look at the abilities from the unit there. You have to go to the initiative list. Cannot be affected by poison, blind, or mind-related magic. These creatures cannot be resurrected or healed by the first aid hand. Immune to blind, immune to slow, immune to mind control. Attacking spells inflict 75% less damage, so that's quite resistant. It's quite a lot of them too. In a sense, this could be good for us, because it'll make sure that our character reaches the maximum level available for this scenario. Unnecessary casualties. There's no need to use the peasants to attack. But it's only 3. We want mastery of a spell type. Grants area effect to decay and vulnerability spells, but doubles the casting cost is not the big problem. +4 effectiveness to spell power of unholy word spell. Hero wastes only a half of his current initiative to cast these spells. Yeah, I didn't really consider that, but that also means their spells are slightly more costly, but you can cast them more often too. Weakness, suffering, doubles. Yeah, hero wastes only a half of his current potential power on these spells. Curse is one of the most powerful spells, I think, that reduces enemy damage dealing. It forces minimum damage or something very close to that. Some undead things like that are immune to it. How high of a level can we get? Probably 12, I'd say. We'll easily reach that. I mean, we do have a mission to complete still, so that'll be quite a bit of amount of experience. We just need to locate where exactly we have to go. It should be easy after the previous fight. This is basically just a weaker version of it. Weaker and slower. Not really all that slow though. Poor initiative. Archers aren't that fast and they attack twice every time he had to. Could move once. Yeah, Fallen Knight. Dedicated to learning all the secrets of dark magic, the knight becomes a pariah among his or her kind. Troops under knight's control suffer -1 penalty to morale, but all dark magic spells cast by the knight are no more powerful. Spell power effectiveness +5 for casting those spells, provided by Master of Curses. And this is a type of shit you have no clue you can do. This is a combination with the skill or ability and your class. Then you have combinations with abilities and other abilities. I don't see why I would ever take this though. Spell power +5 is nice, but we are highly dependent on morale on the knight. It's one of the best things about a knight. +2 defense, +2 defense. Yeah. We're very dependent on our army, so it makes no sense to sacrifice morale. There might be some spells I can cast, but nothing that replaces army. Morale is incredibly useful. What are those? Ooh, they're range attackers. Oh shit. We have to eat one of their shots. Might as well try to kill the larger stack. Three peasants lost. I can live with that. At +1 to attack once per hero. Oh yeah, I sort of had forgotten these. Because you sort of go hunting for them. They're the best thing you can pretty much get from a map. Permanent attribute bonuses. Right, I think I noticed others like that a little bit to the south. There was at least a defense tower. +2 to defense and 50% protection from fire-based spells while equipped. Unnecessary losses, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, that's a defense building. Definitely defense building. I suppose we should take a look at the entire map. It's not like I don't want to miss out on those. It's a bit time consuming because I don't have another hero that could do the exploring. Also, I'm like 99% sure there are no enemies here, as in no enemy hero or anything like that. We would have spotted something at this point. Mastermind is probably a very good one too. Slow is good, confusion is good. Yeah, I'll take that. There. Oh, level cap reach. What was it? 12, right? Because of the level cap, it makes no sense to pick experience points out of these chests. Because you're going to have to do mandatory fighting anyway, probably close to getting to max level, if not to max level. So you're just throwing away money, basically. Why can't I go through here? Maybe there's a shortcut. I certainly don't want to go all the way back. Another +1 to our attack. +1 knowledge. Spell casting attribute bonuses will be more valuable to me. Because the knight's natural attribute development favors defense. Probably physical ones in general over the spellcasting ones. I'm gonna skip all fighting I can. Really not getting anything out of it anymore, so we want items, attribute bonuses, that sort of thing. Everything else is irrelevant. Probably should ignore one of their larger stacks. Peasants can easily kill that one. Footmen can kill the weakened one, so we only need to take care of one full stack of zombies and we should be good. Change of plans. They moved so little that we can afford to wait a little longer. Meaning they'll be dead by the time they get to attack range. Scouts. These are either thieves or range units of some kind. Shitty range units. No range penalty, I'll take that back. They're weak in their attack, but they don't have the usual penalties. They'll do an okay amount of damage. What was the point of coming here? Why are all the undead mice necessary? I suppose because they don't bleed. I don't think that should make impact on the world map decisions though. Some armies simply will never flee. They're usually set up that way. So in the end, there's only one path to take. I haven't been here, but there's nothing interesting here either, so I don't want to go back. We should be seeing the end encounter. Yeah, there's our goal. There is a +2 to attack item. I want to see if items transfer too. I don't think they will, but better to test it out now. Nine slots. 10 slots of items. That's a lot of items. I think I'll skip this one. Don't see any point to it. Don't give me attributes or anything. No items, so just experience which I have no use for anymore. Griffin. Does sort of look like though that he might have had a hero at one point, but I still don't think so. One of the sawmills basically just was cleared and that's it. Other than that, I've seen no indication of anything happening here. And if he had a hero, he would have the ability probably to buy additional hero. Right, final turn. Fairly uninteresting mission so far. I understand it. It eases things into the game, so it's sort of a dull start for a person who's familiar with the games, but it's probably great for new players. No defensive structures, no castle. They have no archers either, so they're boned. Their conscripts are their biggest asset. There's so many of them. They have the stun ability. The fighters have it too, but there's not that many of them. Oh, they do have archers. Didn't notice them. I noticed the arrows coming from, but I sort of assumed they come from that tower. But of course they have archers. Ah, shit. Won't make any kind of a difference the end result of the fight, just I should have killed them first. Also another example of how the combat area was zoomed to the extent that the controls here blurred or obfuscated some of the enemies. Not a good design. That said, the archer have been clearly visible in here, so I have no real excuse not noticing it. Right, trivially easy battle, trivially easy map.
That should be enough. It's time to get these troops to Nikolai. We shall hurry as if Crag Hack himself were on our heels.
So what gets transferred? The siege. As feared, the scouts were but the vanguard of a larger demon army headed by a demon lord. They're pillaging the empire, leaving ruin in their wake. Now the time has come for Isabel to pass her first great trial, to fight and defeat an enemy hero and secure the area around the town of Ashwood. She will have to draw on all the skills she has learned in order to succeed. Um, Archers are cheaper than footmen. What I see here is basically buy a single unit production building, get 10 footmen, get 15 archers. It's over a week's production of archers. Could probably allow us to do quite a bit early on.
Scouts have found demon patrols in the neighborhood. I hope the troops are ready. They'll soon face our demonic foes.
Very small map, much smaller than the previous one. Clear the area of enemy scouts, build jousting arena and upgrade it, so we'll get knights. And Isabel must survive. Still, I think this is basically a tutorial campaign. There's nothing really screaming that we'll get to do anything interesting. I mean, I still haven't have any spells, for God's sake. Upgrade level limit for this building in this town has been reached, so we still aren't gonna get even our first spell. And this is what? Is this the 4th mission already or 3rd? Either way, this sort of blows.